Rick Dollar here with the Rick Dollar Show. Wow, I can never get used to that, but I guess I'll have to. I am.
Hey, Rick.
I got Darren Nicholson on the line here, man, and this dude is ready to go. How's it
Good to
going?
see you, brother.
Yeah, man, you too. Good to see you. I hadn't seen you face to face in forever, but you guys, as when you was Balsam Range, you guys didn't do a whole lot of dates last year, but um, there's a question, man, I got to ask you right off the bat.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to know how this, um, you know, Balsam Range, Darren Nicholson kind of little division or breakup or whatever you want to call it. How, and this can be off limits if you don't want to talk about it, but we just want to know, um, is there a certain reason for that or?
Well, I don't want to paint it in a negative light, like a
Right.
division or a breakup or anything like that. It was just
Yeah.
it was a decision.
Oh.
It was just a decision on my part to go in a different direction. We had that band with the original members for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got to a place where it was just time. It just felt like the right time. I had different ideas of where I want to take my music and my entertainment, and it just it was just like anything else. It's a business decision, and nothing lasts forever, and so it was just time to start a new chapter. It's not really an end; it's just a new beginnings, the way I look at it. So
Well,
just different ideas about you know uh, how to move forward. Like
mm-hmm.
Balsam Range has been a kind of a part-time band
Mm-hmm.
for all those guys for a long time, for about a decade now. We used to play 150 160 dates a year, and then last year they Balsam Range did about 30.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did about 250 dates on my own because I play a lot of private and corporate stuff. And it just got to a place where, it was just a conflict in schedule and a conflict of
Mm-hmm.
like, I wanted to play music full time, and it seems to me like they seem to maybe focus on it less. So that was
Right.
I just reshifted my focus to music. It's what I love.
I got you, brother. And just want to get that out of the way. I know there's a lot of people that are wanting that question answered, and maybe they were afraid to ask you or whatever. But, I've known you long enough that, I mean, you can always tell me to go jump in the lake somewhere.
Well, I think for fans, sometimes, fans, it's like anything else. People hate change,
Yeah.
but if change is uncomfortable, but if you're always comfortable, that means you're not growing. And that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
where I was at, where I want to be growing.
Exactly right.
And so, for the fans, I totally understand, for some of them, why they don't want to see change. But but if they get outside themselves and look at it from my point of view, where it's like, I'm much happier now, I'm much healthier as far as working situation, and it's already, this year I've got my calendar set for pretty much the whole year. I'm going to be doing more traveling, more things that I want to do. And so I'm in a much better place. So if the fans are really fans, they'll be happy for everybody who's, for the changes.
Exactly, man. I mean, I love all y'all. You've always been really good to the show, and it's always a joy to have either one of you guys or any of you on the show. So God bless you all. I want everybody to be successful. That's what we're here
Well,
for.
hey, thank you, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. I just love music. I want to share the
that's
gifts of
it,
music and joy with people.
man. You can't beat that. That's it right there in a nutshell. Well, great. What about this new project? I've been listening to this thing, and you're telling me there's a whole lot more than what I'm hearing uh, on this project. But Arkansas Without You is something else. You want to give me a little backstory on that one?
Thank you, man. Yeah, Arkansas Without You is the brand new single,
Mm-hmm.
and for folks who are looking for it, you can stream it on any of the streaming services or download it It was written by myself and Charles Humphrey III, who I write a lot of songs with.
Yeah.
That's another part of my story. I've really gotten, especially during the pandemic, I really got into songwriting, and we wrote 30 some songs during the pandemic. And this was one of them. And this song is just, it's a modern day murder ballad. You know, I watch a lot of true crime stories, and this is just one of those. It's a story. It's like a 30-minute TV show condensed to a 3.5-minute song or whatever. But the Arkansas Without You, this new bluegrass project, it's part of a new bluegrass project that I finished last year, but the singles are coming out this year. And it's breathed new life into me, my music, my playing. And I got a host of young hotshot pickers on it. I wanted this to have a fresh new sound and feel. And so Arkansas Without You is getting rave reviews. You know, Bluegrass Today gave it a really nice review of talking about how, you know, post Balsam Range, it's just hot out of the gate, and looks for this to be one of the big songs for 2023. And I hope that's the case. So I want to keep that momentum going. I'm really proud of it.
Well, man, let me tell you, we're doing a lot of album reviews and things of that nature now. So if you want to send anything over, hey, we'll be happy to listen to it and do a good write up for you. But if it's anything like what I've heard now, then holy crap, man, I'm ready for it. I got chills, man. You know, you get those chills.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I get them.
That's when it's good, man.
That's right, brother.
Well, I'm excited because I've got the same band on the whole project, and I had a different producer this time. The last record, I got Jeff Collins to produce my electric kind of country record, and this time I had a co-producer. I produced it alongside Colby Laney. He's from Marion, North Carolina, and a lot of people remember him from the great band Volume 5. But Colby's just a fresh young mind and really a musical genius. And watching him really come along, I've got a lot of respect for him. And so I wanted all younger players with these fresh new ideas and attitudes, because in reality, I guess I'm a traditional player. You know, nothing's off limits for me. I'll try anything, but I wanted some fresh sounds and ideas on this project, and they're still my songs, still my playing and singing, but I wanted them to have a fresh approach, and I think we nailed it. You know?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, sir. No doubt about it. Now, when are you going to be headed out on the road? I know you got some dates that usually come up on your social media, but are you? Can you give me any idea of who you got playing with you?
Man, we've got dates every week. Just about every week, I play with Colby a lot.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then the Darren Nicholson band, my band, we've got tons of dates throughout the year. You can go to darrennicholson.net and see the whole schedule, but it's Kevin Sluter on bass.
Right.
He's been around bluegrass in Western North Carolina for a long time. Amazing tenor singer, bass player. And then Richard Folk, who plays light percussion. And then Derek Vaden on 5-string banjo. And I switch back and forth between guitar and mandolin. And then a lot of times we'll have special guests. Lindsey Pruitt will come play the fiddle, or Colby will come sit in with us. Or sometimes Audie Blaylock will come sit in with us. So when we do the shows and we have the core band, but we always have a special guest, which makes it fun for the audience. They know what they're going to get, but there's always like a wild card too. So it makes it fun for us and keeps it fresh. That's one thing. You know, coming out of 15 years of playing basically the same music and the same set, you know, I wanted to do something that keeps it fresh for me, constantly changing up our sets, constantly learning new music, writing new songs, new material, and bringing in new players to keep it fresh for us and the fans, because I think it's important in today's world of you know, we're so technology oriented. We have this really short attention span, and if you don't keep changing things up, people just lose interest. And so that's what we're doing with our recordings, our live shows, all the above.
You know, it's crazy you said that, because I you know, as far as marketing these days too, with what you do and what Balsam Range has to do, what record labels have to do, what we have to do as radio station or radio show. The big thing is that attention span problem. And we are always looking for ideas, different ways to market stuff. And, it's seems like it's a problem everywhere, but it can also be an opportunity. And it sounds to me like that opportunity came for you at the right time and sort of said, hey, why don't you try something a little different? And
No, exactly.
That's good.
If you take the right attitude and look at it as a challenge, a lot of people are like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, we're having to constantly change. We're having to constantly do this. But if you embrace it with the attitude of like, hey, this is just the way it is now. Let's keep changing it up. Let's lean into that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing music on a part-time basis, it makes it really hard
to change it.
To change because you can't really devote the time to it that you need.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, this year and going forward, I want to devote all my time to my music and my business and 100% of what I'm doing to the creative part. And that not only writing songs and performing, but the marketing aspects of it. How do we keep people engaged on social media? How do we keep this fresh and new, constantly getting new pictures, new videos, new content? And so instead of looking at it as oh my God, here we've got to do more work, I look at it as an opportunity to grow. And so when I've changed my attitude about things like that, then all of a sudden opportunities start happening.
Yeah, that's true. It's everything that you're saying right there is just, we got to face one fact. A lot of bluegrass fans are in the older echelon of the age bracket. But I think, maybe they're getting a little tired of the same old thing all the time.
Sure.
So we have to keep challenging them and giving them new things so they'll be right there with us, man.
Well, bluegrass kind of ebbs and flows. There's in traditional bluegrass, maybe some of the fans are getting older, but there's a lot of bands that are bringing new fans into the music. And exactly. I want to be, I love playing for any crowd. I don't care, young, old, whatever. And so I want to be all things to all people. And so that's another opportunity when our band goes out, we're trying to get new fans to bluegrass. And one good thing about a lot of the type of shows we do is they're not bluegrass shows. Mm-hmm. And the good part about that is we're springing this music onto the public and the general public. They don't know really what they're going to get. They know it's going to be music. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I didn't think I liked bluegrass, but I like you guys. And now they're starting to they're getting into bluegrass. And so we're kind of like taking on kind of like what Marty Stewart's done for country music. If we can kind of be ambassadors for bluegrass, and instead of booking a show and waiting for bluegrass people to come, let's take bluegrass to the people. And we're kind of my band, the Darren Nicholson band, and what I'm doing with my music is I'm starting on the outside of town, working my way in. I want to play the small, intimate rooms. I want to play for crowds that are really into it. I've played arenas. I've played for big shows, and there's a certain disconnect that happens with the audience. And there's something very organic about this music that came from porch picking, living room picking. When you can see it in an intimate setting, all of a sudden you've converted people they're fans for life now. And to me, it's not just about playing big stadiums and making money, this large amounts of money and this and that. It's about being ambassadors for the music and keeping the music going too. Of course we want to make a living, but there's a bigger picture too that's not just about us.
Mm-hmm. And you're exactly right. There's the Billy Strings of the bunch, which a lot of people don't even know this, but this cat was been playing for a long time.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And his style of music when it first came in, people called it jam grass. They called it all kinds of stuff, but in essence, what you're
It's
saying.
bluegrass. It's
Exactly.
bluegrass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He got the album he has out right now is him and his dad.
Yeah. And
And,
he loves it. I know
and
Billy.
yeah,
The last time
Terry, I'm sorry.
the last time I saw Billy, he's just a down to earth guy
Mm-hmm.
he was never expecting the kind of success he had.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a guy doing what he loves. And I love to see success happen to that. And anytime there's going to be some haters out there they're guys that have
Oh
been
yeah.
kicking tires in the bluegrass world forever, and they spent a whole career and haven't gone where Billy has. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done in my career what Billy has, but I'm not mad. I'm not upset. Anytime somebody has some success, that's a win for bluegrass. It's a win for all of us. It's a win for me. It's a win for everybody. And he loves the real thing. It's not like he's taking it and making fun of it or bastardizing it in some way. He's, people like him and Molly Tuttle and her band, Sierra Hull. There's a lot of great young players out there who really care about the music, and they're going to be pulling new fans in, and it just helps everybody. And so I love to see shifts like that. Things have to come along at certain times and give bluegrass and underground music a shot in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have our place in the ecosystem, and it's being comfortable with who and what you are. And that's kind of where I'm at. I want to play songs that I writing tunes, being with my buddies, and making people happy. And if success comes, great. If I'm doing 20 years from now what I'm doing right now, I'm happy, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to keep making music and sharing music with people.
Man, I don't think I could have said it better myself right there. I'm telling you. Well, Darren, I'll tell you what, it's been a hoot and a holler, brother. And
Yeah, man.
it's too long between these times. We got to talk. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Well, man, reach out anytime. And if folks want to see us, I've got a brand new website, DarrenNicholson.net. And we've got a bunch of new videos out. If you want to see what the band sounds like and hear what it sounds like, we've got some live videos. We've got the new single, Arkansas Without You. We're going to have another single coming out soon in time for Easter that's a gospel tune that's kind of like a black spiritual sounding song that I wrote with Mark Bumgarner. It's called Leave It in the Hands of the Lord. So be looking for that one. Same group of characters, Wes Corbett on banjo, Zach Smith on bass, Billy Contreras on fiddle, myself on mandolin, and my wife Jennifer singing harmony vocals. Really pumped about the new project, and we just want people to check it out and come see us at a live show. We're going to be all over the country this year, from Indiana to Montana to California to Florida to Canada. So come see us. Check us out on the website.
Well, stop in Georgia. It's all I can say.
Hey man, I love Savannah, man. We last trip to Savannah, my wife, we went to every single square and had our picture made on the square.
Wow.
So I know Savannah, every foot of
it. Well, good. You'll know exactly how to get to my house, All right, brother. Well, have a great day, and I appreciate you sitting down with us. And we're gonna we look forward to talking to you, and we will talk soon. Okay.
Yeah. Congrats on the new show, and thanks for what you do for the music. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate that a bunch, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
See ya.